from the experience of this past Saturday?
That it's hard to win a game when we turn over the ball, like I turned over the ball.
What about just like, you talk a lot going into it about handling your emotions and that kind of thing. How do you think you did? What can you take from that aspect of it?
I feel like it could have been way better, but obviously there was something that me and Dorian didn't agree about. And then, like 2 minutes after, we're fine. And then, now he leads the Pac-12 in receiving yards, I'm pretty sure. Finished with 170 yards, something like that. So, just kind of keeping everybody cool, making sure everybody does their job, especially me. And, yeah.
How did you guys resolve your dispute?
We just sat down and we just told each other, like, what we seen and how to get over that coverage and how to work through that. And just shook hands and we're cool. And we're just talking the next drive. Yeah.
Keon, how much do you think the rotation on the defensive line has helped yourself stay fresh all year?
We rotate every other series, so it allows us to, like you said, stay fresh and just go out there and give it our all. So we don't want to put no bad plays on tape, so it helps out a lot.
Do you feel like you've made it through this year, like the healthiest you've had in a while?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel good.
Jaden, do you think Dorian and Jacob kind of felt disrespected by being left off the Blitnikoff Award watch list?
Oh, they were off the watch list?
Off the semifinals.
Off the semifinals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was there anyone else from the Pac-12?
There were a couple. Jordan Addison made it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel for them. I feel for them on that. Dorian's won. What is Jacob? Top 5 right now? Yeah, it is what it is, so, yeah.
They haven't expressed anything about that to that regard?
No, I'm about to go talk to them after this, so.
So you had a pretty emotional rivalry game last year, and you've said since that, you maybe regretted what you did afterwards with the flag and all that, but jumping into a new rivalry, from what you've heard from teammates, how do these games compare?
It's from the teammates and all, but especially Coach Chuck down. Yeah, I know this game means a lot to him, a lot to alumni, a lot to these guys who's been here for years. It's just like every other rivalry game. I was in one last year. Happy to be playing it at home now. I feel like it's going to be a good atmosphere. It's going to be a great game. 2 teams going at it, and yeah.
You work with Coach Hunley. You worked around Coach Cecil for the last few years. What do they say about this game?
It was the biggest game of the year, really. Like they both know. They both played in it. Coach Cecil, a big play that everybody knows about. Every time ASU week comes, they bring the energy. They let us know how much the game means, and we all know how much it means. So we just come out every day ready to work.
How do you look back on the game in Tucson a couple of years ago?
It was kind of a blur, but now we're just focused on this year's game. So that's all.
How would you describe the emotions afterwards? How the locker room was feeling at the result of the season?
Oh, what you mean?
Just like how you guys were feeling about going into the 2021 season. Obviously, your coach was fired. Mm-hmm. What was kind of the mood of the team after that game?
It's always on to the next with our team. So we were just ready to work with the new staff and just excited to see what the season brought. So
every game is intense, obviously, but it seems like these types of games are more intense. These rivalry games. You've played in that. This will be your fourth territorial cup. What is it like?
It's exciting for the fans, not only for us, but the fans, and just seeing how much passion comes behind it. It's just exciting to see how the whole city is on our back when it comes to this game.
Jaden, what was the Apple Cup like?
It was a good experience for when I was up at Washington State. It was, I know, a lot of people who graduated from Washington State. It was, 8 years they haven't won it. So when we won it, I know a lot of people was going around, the UW fans, we got it this year. I felt good about it. I know everybody else kind of felt good about it, and that's kind of the goal we got going into this week.
Keon, are you going to be walking on Saturday in the senior day stuff?
Yes, sir.
Have you decided what your plans are after this season?
No, sir.
So if this were to be your last game at Arizona Stadium, what have been some of your best memories here?
I've had plenty of memories. I'll probably say winning the Cal game last year was a huge time for me. And recently beating UCLA at UCLA, that was a big time and enjoying it with my brother. So that was a fun time.
When you play in the dollar package and you're just like in the middle, one of three versus the four-man line, is your job different at all? Is your responsibilities different? Techniques, anything like that?
Kind of, but not really. I just got to dominate. Three-man or four-man, it doesn't really matter. Either way, I'm on the center, and I got to dominate it. So.
You're over the center pretty much either way?
Yes, sir.
It seems like your play has improved here over the second half of the season. Mm-hmm. Is that just feeling more comfortable with your foot and all that stuff?
I guess you could say that. Just getting more comfortable back into the game, getting back in the groove. But yeah, no, I was pretty comfortable in the beginning of the season. But I'll probably say I got my groove back as the season went on.
For both of you guys, since you guys aren't going to a bowl game, how do you guys approach this week?
Just focusing on ASU. I know we were all disappointed that we couldn't go to a bowl game, but we're just focused on ASU right now, and we're ready to go out there and play. So.
Yeah, it's kind of exactly what he said. We know this is our last game with the team we got this year, and it's kind of just going out, ending with a bang, doing it for each other and for Coach Dame, and yeah, so probably trying to have fun this last game.
Some of the interceptions, it looked like there was either the receiver went one way and the ball went the other, or stopped and all that. How do those things get corrected? Is that just like a heat of the moment thing where someone has to make a decision?
So how does it get corrected? Kind of just going back, watching film with everyone and telling them over this certain coverage, we need you guys to run the route like this. We kind of can't let the defense influence how we're running it. You know, it was kind of more of the second level, and then them kind of not really knowing what to do when they're engaging with someone in the second level. And you know, it just comes with preparation and constant film and studying. So I feel like we'll clean that up, and it's going to be a way better game offensively.
Because there are times where you're like thrown into a spot, right? Is kind of how it goes?
Kind of where I thought they were going to be. Yeah.
It appeared in the first half that there was a couple times where you were motioning the receivers and they were on the same page. They weren't motioning when you were signaling them. Is there how would you assess the overall communication on the line offensively?
I feel like it was good. We just got to do better. We just have to be clean. I feel like everyone is seeing our offense when we're clicking, and sadly that wasn't one of those games. But I mean, we know what to do. We know how we should play on offense, especially with the defense playing amazingly throughout the rest of the season and holding their ground. So we're going to have to come back and help them out now this game.
It seemed like you guys defensively were playing more downhill in this last game. Like a lot of guys were super aggressive around the line of scrimmage. What is that? Just confidence? Is that experience for young guys? What do you think it comes from?
I feel like we just always play with passion all season, not just recently, but all season. And whatever Coach Nansen puts in, we execute it as best as possible. So that's really what it is.
They have the second leading rusher in the Pac-12, Xavier Baladay. You guys always talk about stopping the run being the first priority. How big of a priority is it in this particular game, this matchup?
I'm sure he's a great player, but I'm positive that my defense can go out there and stop him. So. Thank you.